hop on into some games, huh? So, another content creator had been working on this build. Jaffer MTG is someone that I've watched do historic content. They're part of the Hooglandia community, so they're a great creator to poke at if you're looking for some historic content. And this is basically the green-white company deck that has been around for a little bit, but they've splashed Rotting Regisaur into it. And I really like this inclusion because, as we've talked about a lot recently, Historic's gotten more linear as the format's going on in terms of how good you want to be in terms of proactiveness, and having Rotting Regisaur as another just powerful thing that lets you get linear is really strong. And another notable thing is, if you look at a lot of these Jeskai decks and the control decks that have been going around, there's a lot more Anger of the Gods and Deafening Clarions and slightly less Wrath of Gods running around. So having more of these big aggressive threats that survive those 3 damage sweepers is very reasonable. We're still a collected company deck at our core. This deck does still kind of desperately want another Llanowar Elves, but not quite enough to play Gilded Goose, I don't think. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this one and see how it goes today. I feel like this deck ticks a lot of the boxes you want to tick in Historic, though. It's relatively proactive. Has a little bit of disruption with things like Skyclave and Elite Spellbinder. Nah, most of the other mana dorks are just not good enough. Like, Llanowar Elves at least is the upside of enabling your Lovestruck Beast. You can get anything that Cool Stuff Inc. sells as prizes for the Hooglandia tournaments. There were a few people that were salty little dogs that tapped unfollow because I put the goal on screen. That's fine. I wish them nothing but the worst in their future endeavors. Yeah, that seems fine. We'll bottom the Skyclave Apparition. They do not, Red Ranger. What does the follow go for? It's for a nice number. Come on now, the number's right there on your screen. Do I need to explain it to you? You exist on the internet. Thanks for the follow, White Dragon. It's probably some petty Redditor that, like, hate watches Lambton. That they don't like me as a person, but they know that I make some of the best historic content around, so they show up anyways. World Tree and Needle Verge. This is the Throes of Chaos deck, most likely, right? So we want a Spellbinder here. Got him. So we'll put a draw step stop here, and we'll company draw step, so that way if they draw throws, we can hit a Spellbinder and take it. Not only did I sleep reasonably last night, but I took a 2-hour nap after I signed off yesterday, which was lovely. Just lovely. So if I cast this, I'm attacking for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 only. So I think the correct play is draw step company again here. Oh, and I'm attacking for that anyways, right? Because this is going to 4. Ooze stops retrace. It does theoretically, that's true. Oh, you know what else? You know what else stops them, chat? Got him right where we want him. No more spells for you, friendo. Oh, that's interesting. There's only 2 Thalias in this build. I don't know that I love that. I guess the opponent's archetype isn't super popular anymore. Skyclave Apparition, obviously not particularly good here. Probably just board in Questerson and like something else with haste. We're gonna build a zombies deck for historic, but I don't really know that I have anything else that I really want to work on for historic. Maybe a historic Delver deck, maybe. I have a donation for historic zombies, so we're definitely doing that. Yeah, this is great, right? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve. I know what you people want to see. People are gonna want to lose with Delver decks in historic. I've met you people before. Oh man, shit. They have the magma opus. We're getting turn 3. What a tilter. What a tilter. Tapped land. You love to see it, fam. You love to see it. To me, my company. I want to kill people with fugitive wizards and you can't stop me, big mood. Are you dead yet? Cause their deck can't play Anger of the Gods. They're the Throws of Chaos deck, I believe. I guess with Golos, they might not be. Maybe they weren't the Trickery deck. Maybe they were just unlucky game 1. Maybe the World Trees were just like a Golos enabler for them. And now we'll never know. And now we'll never know. We're about to queue into them again. Nope, dodged it. Ornan Journey. I think we mulligan this. Not only does it just like not do anything till 3, but they're a Yorion deck, which means Skyclave's probably not very good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna bottom the Skyclave. We'll keep Luminarch and Collected Company. I guess it could be like green-white Yorion, but most Yorion decks are control decks in this format, in my experience. Do you have a link to any successful trickery decks that are doing that, Jofu? Because that's not something that I've seen. Well, they could be green-white. Maybe we'll regret bottoming this Skyclave. I bet green-white's probably a bad matchup for us. They likely go bigger than we do. Could also be, looks like a 4-color monstrosity. I don't think trickery decks have been successful when sideboards are involved. Big mood. To me, my company. Bind him up. I'm gonna do this now so we can try and attack with those. Drench. So I imagine they're killing Rotting Regisaur here. Yeah, it could be Enigmatic Incarnation for sure. Crunch. Beep beep. Beep beep beep. So they need to kill. They have to kill the Lovestruck Beast and then also kill something else because Rhonas can pay 6 to give something +4 attack. So I assume, yeah, Lovestruck Beast dies here. Sorry, I said questing. I meant Lovestruck. So they have they need a 2-mana piece of spot removal here as well. Okay, so they're dead. How do you feel about rogues in this format? It's not an archetype that's posted success. And this is technically free, right? They have to kill Luminarch, yeah. Alright, so Thalia seems great, Reidane seems great, Questerson and Ceratops seem great, Knight of Autumn seems decent, Skyclave Apparition seems not so good. Really expect them to be using their graveyard, trim the skews. Yasharn doesn't seem particularly exciting. Last trim here. Archon's probably not amazing. I don't know if they're double spelling particularly often. Any company hits does this deck have? 29. If I trim this, we have 28. I copy and pasted this deck list. So I imagine you board this in creature matchups, maybe? I don't know. I'm not a fan of this card in general, and we might cut it. I really don't think it's particularly good. A lot of times it's just very difficult to hold it up against the sweeper decks. This hand's really sweet. We'll just snap, keep it, and draw lands every turn. That's fine. This deck and the 3 different decks y'all are going to get to vote between for deck voting after this are all copy-pastes from SCG tournaments this weekend. Because the Mardu Reanimator deck from yesterday was so successful, I wanted to try out a few more tournament lists. Did Mardu make it to YouTube? I mean, it did, but it only made it to YouTube because I got to call it Mardon't in the thumbnail. I don't miss the opportunity for a good thumbnail. Right on time, Thalia. Welcome to the party. Oh, God. Yikes. Alright, well, I guess we'll get rid of that one for now. Divine Intervention is just a funky keyword. They gave D&D names to different keywords. I think I can just concede at this point. We weren't particularly aggressive this game and their value engine's thoroughly set up. Yeah, it's a flavor keyword. The opponent's archetype is, and again, like, this is like kind of the norm in Historic now, is a lot of the matchups are fairly polarized. Their deck is one of the go big value decks that, like, if we don't get under them, we kind of just get run over. So let's have a Llanowar Elf on the play here and run them down. Just like we drew it up, fam. Just like we drew it up. This archetype would kill for Elvish Mystic in this format. Elvish Mystic would be lovely. So I think we just Archon on 2 here. So that way their lands all come into play tap from here on out. Savor the flavor, ladies and gentlemen. Savor the flavor. We got him. We got him. Man, fuck Collecting Company. Hey, thanks for the 3rd of a year, Danny. Welcome back. All right, so if I do this, this will be 5. Which means this will go down in cost by 2. Which means I can cast it by shocking in this land. Yes, yes, that sounds right. Oh, I can't play a second spell, JK. Yikes. It's fine. Chat saved me, so we got to attack for 2 here at least. Okay, so this currently costs 8. I'm going to put 3 counters on things, which would make this cost 5. I'm 1 off of lethal this turn if I attack with everything, right? Now, before I forget, my body is excited to get languished or whatever this turn and die. Morning ring tingy. Have a good sleep. So they currently have 6 mana. Sanctum Weaver's making 2. That's really good. One creature, please. Well, I mean... That's... Yes, but also no. This explicitly does not power up or draw on creature tokens, which is a little sad. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack with these. Yeah, attacking with these was bad, right? Because they got to block that. If I attack with just these 2, they like chump this, and then they take 4. So they would have ended up at 1. Yeah, these just gave them free life. Wait. Oh, they messed up. They floated like during their draw step instead of during their main phase in response to the trigger. It's a pretty big punt on their part. Be rich. Thank you for the 42 months. It's a long time. Welcome back. Hey, I'm glad you liked it, Strange Journey. Yeah, we just set up a second recording thing in the house since I had an extra capture card laying around. So we're just gonna be recording all of her gameplays so we can grab her best ones to share. We did not see a languish out of them previously. I think the deck the opponent was playing is reasonable into the creature decks in the format and kind of sucks against Jeskai. We've played their archetype before. Christy actually has a Twitch channel, but she hasn't used it in a long time. She's technically an affiliate. It's been a long while since she's been live though. Polar Beard, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. It is the summary for a lot of deck brutes. It's much easier to be competitive into creature decks than it is to be competitive into Jeskai control. Is there anything that preys on Jeskai? Yeah, Sleepy J. If you didn't see Meta Monday yesterday, I'd encourage you to take a peek at that. We broke down a bunch of the information we had from over the weekend. This seems like a relatively impossible card for us to beat. I think we're supposed to, like, just Archon here and, like, start putting counters on our flying creature. But this is large statted and indestructible. I have played Hollow Knight before, and it's not really my cup of tea. Oh, we do have 4 Skyclaves. That's true. It's an out to that. And this attack here is actually pretty good for us, because it means that I'm going to get aggressive next turn, which is nice. Hey, more flying threats. You love to see it. Okay, and their hand is quite bad here. The lower the percentage, the worse your rank is, effectively. So at 99%, you're very close to having a number. These Lovestruck Beasts aren't going to be attacking anyways, so I might as well just get in my chumps. And they're dead in 2 in the air here, right? Like, this is going up to 4 power and we'll attack for 8 this turn. The lower your number, the less Jessica you play against. Is accurate. I can only play 1 spell per turn. This is symmetrical. Standard, Delver, and red-green mid-range build-arounds will do back. Thanks for the support, appreciate it. Ooh, that's rough. Oh, are we dead? Yeah, I think we're dead. That had to be their mystery card, right? Yeah, I do get 2 spells here, but they have a Merfolk they can cast. So, like, I'm only going to have 3 blockers next turn, right? So we're just, like, dead to onboard information. So, Settle the Wreckage comes in here. Shifting Ceratops comes in here. Dromoka might be okay. Reidane doesn't seem very good. Archon doesn't seem very good. Scavenging Ooze seems fine if we're trading in combat. Yasharn doesn't seem very good. Do I want some Gargoths? I could see this being fine. I guess they will just bring in the 1 because I don't have anything else I really love out of the board. It does get outsized by their 2 drops eventually. Thanks for the 22 months, Snake Ape. Welcome back. Nobilis, thanks for the follow. Just 12 off of our nice goal. Swallow Baggins, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Good morning. Oh, I turned the RTX voice back on. Let's see if I can raise my desk without muting now. Oh. Yeah, I think we're good. Did you have desk noise in there? Or did it clip it out? It had a little at the start. Does it have it while I'm talking? That's interesting that it had it at the start. Okay, that's neat. I wonder if one of the reasons why it's better if it takes a second to hear it and then cuts it down. That would make sense, I think. It's weird that Merfolk is competitive. I'm so used to it being a pet deck. It was somewhat competitive in Ravnica Standard. Nah, it wasn't. Not really. Gonna take away their company to get rid of their big burst. Hey, it's exciting, Silver. Yeah, our next Toglandia tournament is this Sunday, 5 days from today. Rotation is Thursday, 2 days from today. No point in attacking with Lovestruck Beast. I guess I could have companied main phase to hit Luminarch Aspirants. Could also be wrong. I guess we're playing around Spell Pierce here, so it doesn't matter if I play this now. Yeah, I could have... Yeah, I should have done that main phase, huh? I guess we'll take Rhonas now. The tournament will be Standard this weekend, because Standard is rotating on Thursday. Attack with this 1/1 as well. We have plenty of 1/1s, and I can give it Trample with Rhonas to trade with something. Babbling Bobcat, thanks for the follow. Good morning. So they're currently taking 9. If I Rhonas this, I trample for 5, which is 14, so not quite lethal. Since I'm not lethal with that, I'd rather trade these here, I think. Hank Magic Gods, we finally get rotation. Yeah. Yeah, I really think we either need a faster rotation cycle in Magic, or we need a second rotating format that happens faster. I think they either need to, like, bring back some form of block constructed, or they're just dead, right? I think there's some kind of block constructed. We don't have blocks anymore, but we could have a faster rotating format, right? Yeah, I'm happy with how we boarded. Just run it back. Yeah, 1 in, 1 out standard could be fine. The nice thing about 1 in, 1 out standard is that it would solve complaints of people who want their cards to be legal longer, because 1 in, 1 out standard would make all sets legal for the same amount of time. So like you could just always have 8 set standard. Yeah, this is good, right? 1, 2, 3, solid curve, all our colors of mana. Another solution, if they didn't want to bring back a block type format, they could bring back extended. So, with 1 in, 1 out standard, Eldraine would be legal for the same amount of time it already was, right? So, for people that aren't familiar with the current how rotation works is, some of our sets like Eldraine are legal for 24 months, and some other sets are only legal for 15 months. So there's a huge discrepancy between how long certain sets are legal for. You got by Mistcaller. The better question is, are we going to use Collected Company as a Doomblade? Alright, we don't have to. Wow. Well, chat, don't tell Scotty that our hand is awful, but they conceded, so we take those here. Alright, Llanowar Elves on 1, please. Hit me, dealer. Give me that sweet, perfect 8th card. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. Thanks everybody for watching today. Raid. Talking myself here again might be wrong. There's a good chance they have more removal in what looks to be a mid-range deck, so it could be Righteous Light. Go tap land, Lovestruck Beast 1/1. Of a particular archetype you're excited about at rotation for standard? Yeah, mid-range decks. I have a few different cards they could take here. It's probably Spellbinder or Skyclave Apparition. They could also go after my card advantage, depending on how grindy their hand is. Any land would be great here, so we can Skyclave this Dragon Rage Chandler. We could also just draw another 3-drop and then die very quickly in the air. This is where the magic happens, as they say. Running the race currently? Not really, because, like, their Bone Crusher Giantess heads up. So, like, we're running the race on board to on board, but we're not winning the race known information to known information. I'm gonna go ahead and Skyclave the Dragon Rage Chandler here. And I don't think I want to offer this trade, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the counter here. Pass back. It could be right to put the counter on here, so I have 2 3/3s that threaten to trade with us in combat. Maybe that's better. It's a pretty good pickup. We'll take the Klothys out of play here, so they can't gain life. I could be right to make this a 5/5 and attack, but the problem with that attack is if they have Unholy Heat to kill this, I get into a lot of trouble. And I have this Great Henge in my hand, so like the grind is in our favor if they don't have a K command. Show me your secrets. So now, if we draw an untapped land next turn, we can go Great Henge into cast Lovestruck Beast, draw a card. I want to Skyclave to make Stomp worse. No, I want to set up this Great Henge. I think if they want to step on my Skyclave, that's like not a big deal because I have a 5/5. I assume they're going to step on my Spellbinder here since they're at 11. Yeah, we're in a really great spot now because they took the Spellbinder instead of the Elves. So even though I missed the land, I get to go Great Henge, Llanowar Elves, draw a card. Really? They're going to make a 3/3 here. This seems loose considering they know this is in my hand and is going to start gaining me life. Yeah, like, even if they find the mana for Klothys at this point, it just, like, treads water with my Great Henge gaining me life. And the Great Henge is going to bury them relatively quickly in terms of card advantage. I probably just, like, play 2 6/6s here, right? It's like, really funny when you look at this cycle and you like compare Great Henge and Embercleave to like the blue and black ones that are so bad I don't even know their name. The white one's Circle of Loyalty, right? Oh, my job. Thanks for the follow. Good morning. The blue one is great. I don't believe you. Nubby, good morning and welcome to the channel. Alright, so... Rest in Peace seems good here. Non-zero chance they have Kroxa in their deck too. Reidane doesn't seem very good. Archon doesn't seem very good. Thalia could be fine. They have a lot of chump blockers, which makes Regisaur a little worse. Maybe we'll try one of those. This was a secret lair. There's a secret lair that has like 4 different Thalia artworks in them. And that was one of them. Questerson seems good against their small creatures. Actually, Gargaroth seems decent too. I just go greedy. This is 26 company hits. Listen, chat. If other people on the ladder can do it, I can do it too. 26 company hits. Let's just go full degen. Full degen, no respect. We had a new Shillionaire redemption. Natter Jack. We had one yesterday. We had another one today. Look at our trickle down economy in action. Natter, feel free to submit a deck you would like to see played or built through the form on my site. And be sure to tag me in the Discord server to get your special role there. I'm going to put the counter on the token rather than her, because they probably want to kill this anyways. I want to keep the power around from it. Let's make sure the economy continues to trickle down. Our next Shillionaire will now only need to spend 999,956 shillings. Excellent. Oh, they killed both my 1/1s. That's Sedge. Maybe I should save these.
I know. I am hot, aren't I?
I assume since they have the second Chandra, they're just gonna like murder Spellbinder here.
Ugh, don't you hate that burnt hair smell? This is a waste of my time.
So second Chandra can trade for Questing Beast and 2 damage here. And then if we draw a land, Elder Gargaroth kinda takes him to town. You feel that greed pulsating through us, chat? Is it delicious? Yes, our Black Splash is for Rotting Regisaur. Prof Bob, it has been a lot of months. Thanks for the tier 3 and for the over 2.5 years. Welcome back.
Let's do this. If you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Is a 3/3 better than drawing a card here? It can't be, right? I draw a land here and be sad. Ooh, a piece of candy. They have an Holy Heat as their last card in hand?
I don't need this.
I'm gonna eat their Kraxan now, just in case they draw Fabled Passage. And if their last card's an Unholy Heat here, yeah. Okay, we have a game, because, like, their Kraxa's gone, but this is gonna gas them back up here a little bit, so we're, like, a scotch ahead, but not a ton. Oh, chat, did they mess up and think that this is in their graveyard? I think they messed up and thought that because this said 5 over here, it was in their graveyard. But that was spellbindered earlier. But I mean, it looks exactly the same and is separate from your hand, just like when it's in the graveyard. That's exactly what happened there. Yeah, all right, you know, well, we take those. A true skill game that my opponent and I were playing. Magic Arena interface for the win. Alright, is this mid-range or control? I don't want to mislead people. Is this a control deck? What if we just call it Blue-Red Darcy? Let's call it Blue-Red Darcy and then I don't have to decide. Let's let you all at home vote. What? We're going to do one more match with Abzan while the voting goes on. What historic deck second today? So blue-red Darcy, blue-black control, or mono blue tempo. Your choice of islands for the second deck today, chat. You have 10 minutes to cast your ballots. As always, you can use channel points or bits to vote a little bit extra. Let us know. Love you long time. What's going on, Matt? Thanks for the 32. Well, that's a pretty even three-way split here on the voting. They're all pretty close until someone decides to weigh their finger down on the democracy. And remember, chat, before you think about using your channel points to vote, there'd be a lot more shillionaires out there as these millennials could just stop with the avocado votes. Allowing channel points during voting is my way of testing your resolve to see if you're truly worthy to be a shillionaire. It's like blue-red Darcy has pulled out firmly ahead, with blue-black control appearing to be the third-party selection now. Blocks, can I have land, please? Yikes. Yikes. Are we dead? I think we're dead. Mike the Knight, thanks for the sub-gifty. Good morning. That's why, as a Gen Xer, I spend my real money I have laying around and save my shillings for the important things. See, got your priorities straight. Okay, we're gonna trade here and hope to draw lands. Yikes. Yikes! Maybe we're gonna play 2 more with this deck while we do voting. Real possibility. Ooh, someone decided to tip their finger on democracy very solidly. And blue-black control is suddenly in it to win it. Coming up from behind. It's been a while since we've had an upset this thorough. The Oratog with the absurdly generous tier 3 and checking in for over 3 years. Welcome back. I spend my money on actual avocados my wife tells me she wants. They can go bad on our counter. It's always like, oh wait, we bought those. I feel like avocados go from not ripe to overripe way too quickly. Pantsless Batman, thanks for the follow. We're gonna play some Batman at the end of the stream today. We've been playing through Arkham Knight for the first time, and it's been fun. About halfway into that one. You've got a solid 12-hour window of ripe edible avocado between rock hard and bad. Yeah, basically. All right, well, they don't have a Lord this turn. It's nice. He says before the Lord comes down. Guess I'm just playing a 5-5. I think I'm just playing a 5-5. And then I think we want to just get rid of their indestructible dork here. I don't think I quite am ready to start attacking with Lovestruck Beast. I think we're a little bit too far behind to trade 5 for 5 here. Jeff is in the pocket of big Gandalf. Oh man, that's unfortunate, chat. They shocked in their land by mistake and then passed because they didn't have a spell to play. Alright, I think we just drop Shifty Boy here and then pass. I would like to applaud everybody on being part of the democratic process. It looks like we've had 1,000, it looks like we've had 1,700 votes thereabout cast with 900 people in chat. You always love to see almost 200% voter turnout. Yeah, this matchup does not seem particularly good for us. Our second time playing against Merfolk today, and it's felt rough both times. We just don't have a lot of removal, and their things get so large so quickly. What's Darcy again? Darcy is Dragon Rage Chandler. Alright, double Skyclave Apparition, please. Well, we got single Skyclave Apparition at least. Lordy. This game's looking grim, chap. Yikes. Oh, that's lovely. The RTX voice successfully cuts the sound of me guzzling my water down, which is nice. It's a tricky dick, chat. Are we dead here? Feels like we're dead here. Okay. Well. The problem here is, yeah, this is gonna happen. And they're gonna get to diddle 3 things. It's like we've successfully achieved over 200% voter turnout. Blue, Black, Control, and Darcy still neck and neck here for the last minute or so of voting. Baby steps, waterfalls. When we get closer to that one, we'll put it back up. But we got to do 69,000 first. Whoop! Almost made an oopsie. Almost made an oopsie. Another Lord. Oh, man, Blue, Black, Control, and Darcy are still just, like, within 10 votes of each other. I assume this is lethal. Or, yeah, I can only block 4 things. My new Democracy Bit Badge. Thanks for the biddies, Geminade. The Snooty Doobie, thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back. All right, it's your last 30 seconds. Get your voting in. I'm gonna do one more with Abzan here since we died to that very quickly, and then we'll be playing either Blue Black or Blue Red Darcy here. One more hurrah for Abzan pile. No matter the outcome, I demand a recount. Unless we win, then stop the count. Yeah. Looks like Blue Black Control will not go quietly into the night, chat. It was looked to be an early loser, but it's coming down to the wire here. Wow, it is still just oh my god, it's woohoo! Oh my gosh, by a factor of 9 votes. Blue Red Darcy leaps over the top at the very end. Oh, man. Oh, man. Zenestro with the 155,000 channel points and Geminade with the 1,500 bits. Thanks for the support and thanks for watching. We'll be playing some Blue Red Darcy after this. Thanks for the follow, Eve Missing. If you're new to the channel like Eve Missing, we do deck voting here somewhat regularly, usually a few times a week. So if you're hanging out and collecting those channel points, it's a great way to kind of help you determine and decide what you want to see. I am broke, but we did it. All right, so real question here is, I think we're waiting a turn to do this. I don't want them to draw a card off of Heart's Desire. I don't have a 2-drop anyways. What is the final voting percent? Looks like we had over 3,000 votes cast with 1,000 people here, so 300% voter turnout. Thank you to everybody who took part in the democratic process. I can post the blue-black list in the subs Discord if you want. It's just one of the deck lists from the SCG tournaments this weekend, though. This deck list and all the other things that are newer we've been playing recently are just things from SCG. Wow, that's pretty good. Well, I guess they're drawing a card. Are we dead? I'm gonna no blocks here. So this way I can play this or this next turn and have 8 power to threaten to block this. I think is the plan. Thanks for the follow, Masculine Teeth. Masculine teeth. What makes teeth masculine? Morning, Garbo Pants. Irrational anger. Okay. It is September. Thanks for the support. Excited for new standard. I've been grinding the YouTube long enough that I might as well sub here as well. Well, welcome to a live one. If you're gonna be around on Sunday and you're excited for new standard, we're gonna be having a Hoglandia open. You can learn more about that on the MTG Melee page here. That reminds me, I should post that up on the YouTube channel to remind people that it's happening. They playing around Settle? I don't know. I think we grab these two. Hey, thanks for the sub gifties, Kenix. Good morning, good morning. We're kind of in a lot of trouble here, huh? Because this is going to modular onto one of these flyers now. Do you have a +3/+3? I guess I haven't seen a Skyclave Apparition yet. So maybe, I think we're just supposed to YOLO this and hope to find our removal spell. Okay, yeah, those are good hits. Wellspring seems much worse when it costs 10 mana. That's really scary. Yikes. This deck has definitely felt like it kind of falls into that awkward spot of not... Oh, I forgot. Damn it. I wanted to attack with this. So I was like, oh, I should attack before I play my other spells, but I couldn't attack without making 1/1s. Probably doesn't matter, they're at 24. Our deck definitely feels like it's falling into that kind of awkward valley of we're not quite linear enough to race these folks, but we're also not interactive enough to keep them from racing us. Thanks for the third of a year, Chase. Welcome back. Mirrodin was out in 2003. Yep. Yep, almost 20 years on the OG Mirrodin. It's been a while. They're gonna get to start pumping up the GM. They're gonna have trampled too. Definitely should have attacked last turn. Might lose us the race here. Remember, if you're not familiar with Zaba here, Zabazaz, it does have the ability to destroy itself to modular its counters over onto something else. It gives our opponent kind of some combat tricks here. Oh yeah, we're actually just dead, right? So like Zobs kills itself. And the ginger brew becomes unblockable. Yep. So Settle, not Ceratops, not Yasharn. Dromcom and Knight of Autumn can come in here. Reidane doesn't do a whole lot. Archon doesn't do a whole lot. Rest of this seems mostly fine. It kills itself to kill us. That's a bee, not a wasp. You don't want the 5 mana 6/6 with reach? That's so slow. Yeah, I was just tired yesterday, Natterjack. I had to... We had the boys' first Cub Scout meeting of the fall last night, so I had to, like, run a meeting for 13 6-year-olds in the evening. So I just wanted to, like, not be dead for that, basically. So, I don't know if early yesterday was the right thing to do. Did a meeting with the 6-year-olds or with the parents? For kids that age, they have to have parents there with them. Alright, so... I think I just proactively jammed the company here, because we could hit like Skyclaves or Aspirants. Yeah, they do Pinewood Derby every year, Harlequin. It was fun. We actually did a digital Pinewood Derby last year where the kids made cards, but we couldn't have everyone get together, so we live streamed it on Twitch on our private channel. Alright, so I have to make a decision here. Do we want to Knight the Vault Scourge or Knight the Shik 3? It's just so tough to race the Vault Scourge if it becomes a 4/4, right? Because this has modular. So I could Knight this, but then I have to race this. I guess I'm gonna have 8 power I'm attacking with. Plus like this, plus Settle. Why do we hold up Settle? Because I want to attack this turn. Well, that settles it. I only have one possible line of play. Settle down over there, Vault Scourge. Settle down. Healbot, thanks for the follow. Good morning. I'm happy with how I boarded. Let's run it back. Run it back now, y'all. This will be our last match with Abzan. If you missed it, it's been a pretty reasonable set. It'll be up on the YouTube channel this evening. We're playing some Blue-Red Darcy. After this is our second historic deck today. And then after that, we're going to do some deck building for Innistrad. We got a ton of sweet standard decks people have submitted to be built. I'm going to take a mulligan here. No plays till turn 3 and no double white for these, even if we wanted to keep it. So this hand's not amazing, but it's definitely in the range of keepable. I tried the Abzan Humans deck. I have not. Another place there seems great for us. Wonder if they're sitting on a bunch of removal spells. That would be less good for us, considering we aren't able to draw spells this game. Yep, you can always see what decks and variety games are going to be coming up on stream by checking out the stream queue on my website. Yikes. So much lifelink, chat. It's actually a pretty decent draw. This is legendary, right? Yeah. Now again, something that's a little bit concerning / scary is that the Mouser and the Shock 3 both have modular. So even if I'm eating them in combat with my 3/3, they're still going to make these Vault Scourges larger, which is a bit of a concern. We really need to draw Skyclave Apparition, Knight of Autumn, Dromoka's Command, something that lets us take these flyers out of play. Yep, Overseer is pretty frightening as well. Trade. Okay, that's a great pickup. Yeah, I'm feeling good this morning, Moon Boots. Oh man. I think I'm supposed to just try and high roll this, right? I think I'm supposed to try and high roll this. That's a relatively high roll. It wasn't quite the double Skyclave I wanted for Christmas, but it'll do in a pinch. Yeah, there's been a few Abzan lists that have been going around. It was one of the archetypes that was pretty successful this weekend in the SCG tournaments. Kind of surprised to see them kill the Skyclave and not the Elite Spellbinder here. Did they think they were going to get their Steel Overseer back? They keep mousing over things. Maybe they didn't understand Skyclave Apparition. Okay, that's a great draw. I think we kill Zaba with this one, so they don't have combat tricks. I actually have the zombie list from SCG in my deck editor, but I'm not intending to play it until after Innistrad because we're so close. It's going to get Champion of the Parish on Thursday, which should be a pretty solid upgrade to it, all things considered. So we got 3 creatures in there and 3 creatures in here, so we're at a virtual 14. We are getting pretty close to stabilizing. Yep. So obviously they can jump here. Do I want to play this Llanowar Elf out this turn? I think I do. So I'm technically dead to... Oh no, all that glitters would put us to 1, right? This is punishing for my sequencing. Now I'm dead on board. No longer dead on board. They're pausing because if they draw a removal spell like Portable Hole, I'm dead now with my sequence here, which is fine. Maybe I'm supposed to leave this back to play around that. This is only 12, 17. Yeah, I can only put them to 1 here with no blocks. So we'll just pass, because this is a blocker. Hey, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Ah, what a razor close game of Magic. So close. Man, couple of really good runners for the opponent at the end there. They'd have just drawn like 1 more land. We'd have been in the clear. So I feel like overall, I was kind of whelmed by this deck. I also don't know that... I don't know that I'm convinced that the splash for Regisaur actually felt worthwhile. Like, having 8 extra shock lands in my deck in the creature matchups definitely came at a real cost. And having less utility lands felt kind of awkward too, right? Like, yeah, I feel like... After playing this, I'd probably rather just play straight green-white and get access to more utility lands overall. Rather than having a bunch of Regisaurs. Overall, I do think green-white is mostly fine in the format. I think one thing I would like to see is that in the post-board games, I'd like to see access to more removal. And actually, talking about Innistrad the Midnight Hunt, there's the new Banisher Priest plus that we're gonna get. What's the new werewolf that it exiles a creature when it comes into play or when it transforms into its front side? So you can exile multiple things if you start triggering. Yeah, Brutal Cathar, I think, would be a really good addition to this deck to give you more removal in the creature matchups. It's also repeatable removal as you pass it back and forth. Karma Nova, thank you for the 40 months. And Friday, 716, thanks for the follow. All right, yeah, one more historic day.